It's no secret that February 5th will be a big day for football fans. But for the last 17 years, Super Bowl Sundays have also been a great opportunity to hear the giant pipe organs out at the Community of Christ Church complex in Independence. Jan Crable didn't exactly realize she was starting a counter-programming tradition, but over the years she's embraced and embellished this chance to showcase a true local treasure.
Pipe organs, each pipe speaks one note at one volume. That's all it knows how to do. So that's why you need so many pipes to make so many different kinds of sounds. So for instance, from here to here is 61 notes. I have to have 61 pipes. That's just for the trumpet. Now I want to be a flute. I have to have 61 flutes. So when you do the math, in this organ, it ends up being 6,334 pipes. Some of the pipes are behind me, but some of them are a football field length away, back in the back of the room. And it happens in this organ that the loudest pipes in the organ are actually back there. There's this big set of trumpets. They make a significant noise, and I love it. For 18 years, I have been doing these Super Bowl Sunday concerts. They didn't start because I'm a sports fan. They started because I'm very naive, and I was 18 years ago. Didn't realize that a concert date that I had chosen was actually the Super Bowl.
Having it land on Super Bowl Sunday was wonderful. It gives folks who may not be sports-minded something else to do that day, but also those who are sports-minded, it shows a real wonderful blend of what we can be and how we can be together.
It was a very creative idea, and certainly the audiences that come for it. So it's been a success, and more power to her.
2016 was an interesting year for all of us in the world, but specifically in this country with the election. So I started thinking about a concert designed around the concept of conversing, of interacting with each other. That scene from Close Encounters, it's coincidentally called The Conversation, and it's conversing with the other, the enemy, they weren't sure in that film what they were about to encounter. Seven 7,000 people came to the inaugural concert on this organ to hear and see this organ be played for its very first time.
Times have changed, of course, but the organ has a unique contribution to make to the music world in our city, and I'm so grateful that we have these opportunities to expose people and to bring them along and excite them about this amazing instrument.
So I'm hoping that this concert helps people to explore different views and listen to some music that might be unfamiliar to them, and maybe walk away saying this is worth pursuing, talking with people that I might consider to be other.